We are now in aspect 5 of module 6, in which we're discussing Tavani's discussion of commerce and free speech in cyberspace and their regulation by law. And we are in the discussion of free speech on the web. Specifically, we are discussing sexting. Here, the distinction that is relevant is that between adults and minors, and the issue that is relevant is that of consensus. An issue distantly related to pornography that was also discussed by Tavani was that of sexting. The issue here seems to be twofold. That of the underage sexting as such, without the possibility of autonomous consent from minors, and that of dissemination of sexual images of persons, adults capable of consent, but without their consent. The moral issue in both of these is lack of consent. And as the underage persons are taken to be incapable of giving fully autonomous consent. This is a Kantian way of framing the moral issue with sexting. With regard to adults, a couple of more specific cases come to mind. If one adult consensually gifts another with a sexually explicit image of themselves, but later changes their mind, say romantic engagements break up, for example, is the receiver morally entitled to continue to possess that image? Or with or without that latter condition of breakup, is the receiver morally entitled to do with the image as they wish and share it with others, for example? Or if the sexually implicit images of a person are in some way already immoral in the public domain, can it still be immoral to circulate them if they're already in the public domain in a certain sense? While pornography and child pornography are cyber-assisted crimes, sexting seems to be a strong example of true cybercrime. It is hard to imagine sexting without the internet. Some of the cases are severe enough for the victims of sexting to commit suicide after their images have been disseminated. Some such images ruin people's careers, standing in the community, etc., without them committing suicide. This is a utilitarian way to frame the issue, as it is a discussion of harm in a more broad sense than just the loss of autonomy. We may perhaps add that the issue of harm from child pornography without children used in the making of it, as discussed above, is also a more utilitarian-based moral concern. With regard to the practical side of it, Giovanni tells us that while some laws exist against sexing, they are and their practice differ from state to state in this country.